and you're looking to make a potion. Well, I keep the cauldron cool for those travelers looking to brew something here and there. I recently had an adventurer come by and sell me some of this ice from a snow biome. Quite interesting indeed. There's a storm raging outside. I'll ask that you be patient with the process. It can take time for the ingredients to diffuse. I'll ask that you bear with it now. And I see that you've placed some gems here for me. Diamonds, emeralds perhaps. Let's see what you've got in store for me. I see. This'll do. I have gone and taken the liberty to make the ingredients into their essence forms. So I'll ask that you bear with this process while we do the mixing and matching. This one is quite rare. You can't find it usually, and it's only rarely been added, but a diffusion of the soul of an Enderman. Quite rare indeed. This one, I don't remember what this one is, but we're gonna put it in the potion anyways, and we'll see. Let me move your file. We start with a bit of the rotten flesh made from the zombie. As you can see, it is quite mesmerizing. The cold water instills the diffused rotten flesh, and it lowers to the bottom slowly, but it requires some mixing. The ice stimulates the ingredients. So, we have diffused. We should add a little bit more for the base. It is the base product, of course. We want to ensure that there's enough of the base, other potent ingredients to take form, and for the effects of the potion to rise. The ice is already beginning to melt, as you can see. Quite amazing indeed. The venom of a spider's eye. I do not mean to frighten you with these mixtures, but I beg you to be patient as it mixes. We may need to get more ice for our product. Yes, I'm thinking we'll need more ice. I will gather more now. I don't mind if I do. Mystery juice, mystery juice. Look at those blue lines forming within the Enderman soul. I have no idea what effects this will give you. I ponder and I believe that perhaps this potion will allow you to teleport. Maybe it is a poison that will kill you instantly. Or perhaps it is a healing potion, returning your health to normal on certain occasions. The cubes are diffusing into the water. I'll ensure more of the base is added. I hope this is to your liking, traveler. We can no longer see the essences diffusing. Look at that. The darkest soul lingers. It is truly an art to be able to create potions like that. Truly it is an art. A true art indeed. I believe that it is almost ready. The potion is still now. Let us try to infuse some into the vial. And you must move the spoon ever so slightly, trying not to touch the potion itself. I can feel it against my hand. It's exhilarating. Amazing. This is yours to take. You will soon be drinking this. This is yours, traveler. And the rest is mine. Be careful with that potion, traveler. I hope it serves you well. And I hope to see you again. Welcome, traveler. I see that you've returned. I can't say that I'm happy to hear today's request. However, my curiosity gets the better of me. I've prepared the ingredients to summon Hero Brine. In front of us is a bowl of clear liquid. It may look like water, but this liquid is diluted from souls. It was not easy to get. I had to venture into dense woodlands to find a mansion with pillagers and terrifying creatures, to find several vials of this liquid. I did this at your request because, as you are curious, I remain curious as well, and several of the villagers have gone missing, and I do not know what more I can do than sit here unless I release vengeance upon this world. Anyways, shall we get to the potion? I ask that you bear with me. This process will be daunting. It will be slow. But we shall see what comes of it. Such a fine liquid. These drops are from a sacred place within us all, but we shall see. I will start by putting in solidified pieces of essence. I'm opening my jar now. These are rarely used. Forgive me. I do not wish to drop them in. They must be delicately placed. Clear as day. We want to form a ring on the surface. And why am I saying the word surface, you might be asking? Because to summon Hero Brian, the surface is the inverse. This is but the mere bottom. Underneath is the surface. Lastly, grows darker. The circle becomes unnoticeable, but yet it remains at the bottom. Essence of the Enderman. And it disappears. The ice melts into the liquid. Barely any remains. This is a cursed process. This is taken from the hands of a witch in the swamp biomes. My knowledge of it is so limited. It looks very similar to the liquid you see before you. However, this is not what this is. Unlike the essence of Enderman, it says, I believe that it might come from the end itself, perhaps even the dragon. We will add it in. Now we must stir. When the ice cubes finally melt, it will be ready, and we will run the first test. It should not be long now. The friction of the stirring. The last remaining ice cube is right here. This tablet will test the pureness of this. It is crafted by rare elements found in the nether. Many piglins traded materials for this. It took me 8 years to craft such a thing. We must wait now. We must be patient. The potion moves. It tests the fluid for its pureness. It is time. The pureness. It is pure. The marbles. The essence stones are still within. It is ready. Go now, traveler. Take this with you. There is nothing more that I can do. Take it and summon the Dark Lord. Number 2 is a golden apple. Now, hello, adventurer. Welcome. Welcome. I see you've come to the medic. Yes. So you must have some medical questions for me. Well, I can give you a little bit of advice and perhaps a prescription to take to the general store. What exactly is your issue? Oh, I see. One of the villagers has become a zombie. This is quite unfortunate, quite unfortunate. I don't know what I'm going to do. You're wondering why I'm not so upset. Well, adventurer, I'm the medic. My job in this town is to heal. I heal people. Centuries ago, we used to go by the word healer, but we've advanced, you see. Before, we used to supply food to heal hearts, but now, adventurer, we have brewing stands. We are much stronger. But I am no apothecary. No, I am a knowledge man myself. You see, I spent hours and days in the great city. And in the great city there is a large tower. It is known as the Great Library of You see, us medics, we spend lots and lots of time in the Great Library of So much time there. And what we do is we study for 3 to 4 years, depending on how knowledgeable you are. It took me 5. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm still very good at what I do. But you don't need my whole life story and what type of knowledge contained, or what knowledge is contained, I apologize, within the Great Library of So, let's get to it. Shall I write your prescription? Yes. Okay, well, let's do it then. In order to heal a villager such as your friend, we are going to need 2 key elements. Number 1, right, is a potion of weakness. Okay. And then number 2 is a golden apple. Now, of course, villagers, we aren't the most resourceful, hence why we trade at such a large scale. And you see, when we trade, we gather a lot of materials. Now, the materials you need for this are going to be easily attained with this prescription. This, on the other hand, it may cost several emeralds amounts, and I'll need you to be able to pay those. Now, we are working on a program to provide golden apples at a quicker rate, but you see, they used to be craftable, well, the god ones, that is, but something happened, the rules changed, and now we can't make them anymore. They were great healing items, unbelievable, but the knowledge was lost. Unfortunately, I've been working on a way to get back to that, but I'm going off train. Your friend's in dire need of help. Okay, so let me explain the steps and how you're going to do it. When you get there, I have to make sure to identify the prescription document up here, so I'll have to give it a number. Hold on. They'll ask for that when you get there. I'll send a chicken jockey. Don't worry, a tamed one, with a message, and the message will say that this order is coming in. It will definitely get there faster than you. Anyways, let's continue. You'll need to move in these steps, but before we tell you how to do this, I'm going to tell you what you need. So, you will need a golden apple. In order to create the splash potion of weakness, you are going to need a brewing stand, which they will likely provide there. Number 2, you will need a fermented spider eye, which any apothecary might have. That's why you're heading to the general store. And lastly, you will need some gunpowder. So, these are the 3 items you need to brew this potion. Okay? 1 brewing stand, 1 fermented spider eye, and 1 gunpowder. Now, let me give you the steps in order to cure the villager. Yeah? Okay. Step number 1. Just make sure that's identified to the villager when he gets there, that this is the prescription. Number 1. You will need to make the potion of weakness. Okay? It should not be too difficult once you have all the necessary items. You will place the water bottle, which they will provide to you there, into brewing stand. Okay? Pretty simple. Then you will ferment it with the spider eye that must also be fermented. Okay. Once you attain that potion, you will then brew it again with gunpowder obtained from a creeper, and this will give you a potion of weakness, which has applied a splash effect. Okay, simple, not difficult at all. Following this, you'll need to move to step 2. Throw. Now, you only do this step if you have your golden apple. Throw the potion at the zombie villager. Okay? Then you will finish it by feeding that weakened zombie villager. belongs to you. Here you are. Give that to you. Now, if you don't mind me asking, my friend, how exactly did this villager become a zombie? The thing is, when we give out these cures, it's usually because an incident occurred, and I'm wondering if you've reported this to the village detective. There will have to be a full inquiry once you do this, and of course people will want to speak to the villager, and to my knowledge, usually we're made alert if there's an infection within the village. So what villager are you healing? Well, have you done this before? Oh, you have. Curious. How many times before? Well, don't need to tell me now. You can always leave it on the board outside and tell me at a different point, and I'll read it. But I do think that you should be reporting this to the village detective because, to my knowledge, there hasn't been an alert. I apologize, friend, but it is a little suspicious to me that I have not been aware of this. You know, I am in a position to be made aware of these troubles. Okay, you want me to stop asking questions? Okay, I didn't realize I was dealing with someone like you. Well, I did think we were friends until your attitude took a turn, but regardless, I guess it was just friendly business, and I'll stop looking into it with such an aggressive adventurer like yourself. You sound like the type to never split the loot when you're playing with others. What do I mean by that? Oh, it's just a friendly little jab. Yes. Alright, well, I'll let you go then and do what you need to do. You can see the general store